Today we're doing a Dragon Ball Super discussion on the recent episodes of Dragon Ball Super that are releasing in Japan right now. We don't have a subtitled yet, but it's a Future Trunks arc. Future Trunks is back, and he's ridiculously powerful compared to what he was when we last saw him in the Cell Saga. Shoot, how many years has it been? It was 13 years in the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then how many years between that and where he is now in the future?
I don't know.
I don't remember. It's like 15 years or something?
Something like that. But when he came back, they asked, hey, did you have an issue with Majin Buu?
Yes.
And he said no, because he just killed Dabura. He just straight up killed Dabura.
Right.
Like that.
Which he would have to be Super Saiyan 2.
To be at.
Definitely.
I mean, because Gohan weakened Super Saiyan 2, not training for 7 years or whatever it was basically a little bit weaker than him at about that level.
Yeah.
Because it was the whole, if that fight would have continued on, Gohan probably would have eventually won.
Yeah.
You know? That's what was kind of implied a little bit, I thought. Was Gohan's kind of getting his butt kicked, and it could go either way, but let's face it, at the end of the day, if that fight would have continued, Gohan would have won that fight.
Sure enough.
So, he easily beat them. He even said, oh no, that was an issue. That was an issue. Bobbity popped up, I took care of it. Not an issue, did not get the power, Majin Buu was not awakened.
Yeah, and from the flashback, he knocked him out in like one blast, both of them.
Exactly, and then sliced both of them in half with his sword.
It's like, he must have been like, probably stronger than Goku and Vegeta were when, in the beginning of the Majin Buu arc, do you think?
I don't know about that. Because Goku was Super Saiyan 3.
Oh, that's true. He just had... It seemed they were equal in their Super Saiyan 2, but Goku did have Super Saiyan 3.
Right. And that was his whole thing, was he was holding off on.
So maybe as strong as Vegeta, or probably stronger from what we've seen in Super.
Well, I don't know, because I have a feeling that Vegeta would have easily taken care of those two. If not for the fact that he was promised.
Yeah, Dabura and Bobby.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no. Vegeta could... So I think he's maybe a little bit weaker than Vegeta was at that point.
Actually, from the expressions on his face and how much effort it looked like he was putting out, you're probably right about that.
So that's like my thinking is, Trunks seems like he's at about the right level. Training by himself in the future, keeping up as the Earth Savior, you know. I think Trunks' power makes sense as a whole. Like, that seems about where he would be by himself. Because it seems about, honestly, were more things not happening and Vegeta just training by himself, you know, without the God stuff, without the Majin Buu stuff, without any of that. Give Vegeta just a couple years of, 8 years of nothing but training by himself. I don't think he hits Super Saiyan Blue. I don't think he hits 3.
Not without Whis' training. Or the...
Because they pretty much implied that Vegeta, who was probably stronger than Trunks was, and transformed. That's the whole Goku Super Saiyan Blue adding the Kaioken. Hey, I put a multiplier on my multiplier. Now I win.
So Trunks has had to work his ass off, because he hasn't had Whis' training or anything.
Right.
To work his ass off to get his base level as strong as Goku's and or Vegeta's base level. I think...
Well, I mean, Goku and Vegeta, they've obviously upped their base levels higher.
Oh, yeah.
But I think
because it's stronger than, like, Super Buu, at least.
Right. I think he's at that level. I think Trunks has worked and proved, and I'm not saying future Trunks is uselessly overpowered.
I mean, it's been like 15 years, or something like that.
Like I said, I think you take Vegeta and you put him in peace times and he's just training by himself, and you put Trunks in peace, his peace times and he's just training by himself. Vegeta trains harder, than Trunks does, so he's stronger, but Trunks is still training, because it's
he's not
Trunks.
Gohan.
Exactly, he's not Gohan. He's Gohan who does not train. I think Trunks still trains because he knows he's Earth's only savior. Unlike, current Trunks, Kid Trunks, who is...
going to school.
Who's going to school, who's, let's face it, Bulma's not as mean as Chi-Chi is about studying, but I guarantee you Vegeta wants to train Trunks, and Trunks wants to be trained by Vegeta, and Bulma still, like, finish her homework.
Yeah, sure enough.
You know, it's one of those things where it's not as bad, but Kid Trunks is not training as much as Future Trunks.
I mean, he is pretty much the, what do you call it? The heir to Capsule Corp after her, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's the heir to Capsule Corp, and I think it's also, honestly, I think as much as Vegeta wants Trunks to be the strongest being ever, he also wants Trunks not to live that life.
Yeah.
I mean...
He won't admit it, though.
Well, he admits it that Earth changed him. You know, that's the whole thing when he's Majin Vegeta, and he's like, Earth changed me. I have things that I love and want to protect now. You are one of them, son. Protect your mother. You know, it's the whole, I have things that I now love that I'm willing to die for. I understand that there are things that are more important than being the strongest. For you, that's what I believe. You need to go out and be your own man. But that does not mean you should be a weak pussy. And that's basically what he tells Trunks. Because even Future Trunks, you know, Future Trunks is like, you know, I'm the only one there is. The burden of the Earth is on me. And
so it would make sense that he's working his ass off to get stronger.
Exactly.
Just in case. And then Black shows up and says, oh, all your training is nothing.
Right, your training is nothing. And, you know what? I'm just going to destroy every thought process of time that you even can think of makes sense.
I wonder how he trained, because there's no... that we know of gravity chambers.
See, and I think that Bulma would have made one.
You think he does have a gravity chamber?
I think he had a gravity chamber.
That would be awesome. Because if we saw that would be really great.
Because I think, you know, when you think about it, after the androids fought, and Trunks even said this, after I beat the androids and I beat Cell, we rebuilt the city. We started rebuilding the cities. Capsule Corp was back up. The cities were back up. Peace times would have happened. They're like, so Majin Buu. And they said, no, I dealt with Majin Buu. Peace times were still there.
Right.
Then
rebuilding.
Rebuilding everything. So I think one of the things that Trunks would have asked for would have been, I want to train and keep training because I need to protect the Earth for whatever comes up next.
Mm-hmm.
What were the ways?
The only one.
Exactly. What were the ways that the others trained? And because he had basically his mom, you know, Bulma, who watched the others, you know, not really train, but knew the basics of how they had been trained.
Where the hell's King Kai? What a jackass.
Right? But, like, so it's like Kami Tower fell, right?
Yeah.
The androids, you know, Kami Tower fell, or Korn's Tower fell, Kami's Lookout fell, you know, all that's destroyed, right? None of that works anymore. So I think all he has is what Gohan left him, which is like, what was Gohan doing? Basically going around, getting beat up by the androids, surviving what little he could, healing up from that, and basically going like that.
Zenkai boosts.
Yeah, and doing that. And just basic, excuse me while I go out to the mountains, punch some mountains, and make them into uselessness.
I would go up and politely ask the androids to beat me to near death, and then let me live.
Well, that's basically what Gohan was doing to get stronger, right?
I mean, I guess, yeah, because he was training Trunks.
So it was pretty much like Gohan would literally go to a city
Spartan.
that the androids were destroying, pretty much keep them busy enough to leave the city, try to save as many people as he could, and then right before he was about ready to die, get out of there. That was basically what Gohan was doing. So with Trunks, I think it was... Because even then, it does the skip between when Trunks was younger, trained by Gohan, and Gohan died, to when he finally got the time machine up and running. And I think Trunks basically, if I remember right, they showed that he was basically doing the same thing. Like, if the androids were attacking... Well, with the androids. With the androids, he was basically doing the same thing of, like, that's too close, I have to go. And even Bulma was like, I understand, don't get yourself killed, I really don't want you to go. I want you to go to the past, grab those guys, and bring them back. And that's basically what she told him to do again with Black. And so I think one of the things that Trunks asked for from Bulma when everyone's rebuilding the city is, hey Mom, could you get me Dad's old training stuff? Could you give me a gravity room? And I think he gets that.
Yeah, and it would make sense that she would build it for him if they didn't already have one, because she would want him to become stronger if he wanted to.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, I'm sure that Capsule Corp was basically rebuilding the world.
Yeah, I mean, they're like probably the biggest corporation in the world at that point.
Well, they're the only corporation you probably think about it at that point.
Yeah, that we know of. I mean, capsules are like everything in that world.
But even then, it's like, who's going to start getting this stuff together? Who has the mind to start rebuilding? Where are the engineers? And I'm sure there's engineers here and there. But if you want city rebuilding, city
if
development,
you want Super Saiyan Blue level engineering, that's Bulma.
Exactly, you go to Bulma. Bulma's the one that you go to. Hey, so I need to rebuild the city, but buildings are hard to build. How do we do this exactly? Well, I used to be an engineer.
I'll make a capsule for a building.
Well, not even that. Just, I used to... Yeah, man, I built stuff with my dad before the androids attacked, but I don't know how to build a skyscraper. I mean, I think they showed that, there was probably other people around to build, but I'm sure all that was done underneath Bulma's banner.
So, when Goku and Vegeta go to the future, and Trunks, seems like he's almost on par with... At Super Saiyan 2 level, do you think you can make sense of that? It's hard for me to make any sense of that.
So here's what I think.
Unless he surprised them or had a rage boost or something.
So, I think, Saiyans are known for their rage boosting, especially half Saiyans.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Gohan. That's how he got anything done. I mean, I love Gohan. He's my favorite. But at the end of the day, for Gohan to win any fight, he has to rage boost. So, I think he probably was rage boosting. I think it also fell upon the god. What's his name? Zamatsu, sure. Zamaru. I don't know. Z something.
Z something. Let's call him that.
Zamur.
Or Zamas.
Zami.
Zami, that's good. That's a cute name.
Right.
Zami-sama?
No, Zami-chan. Zami-chan. I'm angry at all the humans and want to kill them all. Oh, Zami-chan, you're hilarious, you little scamp. Go make me tea.
Oh my god.
Your tea tastes shitty. Are you angry?
You won't turn evil.
No, Master, I'm not angry at all. I just hate all the humans and think they're all barbaric. Zami, do you know that we all kind of started out like that? You're lying! I'm a god!
The Ningen!
Oh, Zami-chan. So I think Zami proved that he is not as strong. Because he fought Goku. And Goku went Super Saiyan 2.
Trunks?
No, Zami.
Oh, yeah.
Zami-chan.
Yeah. Zami-chan. We'll just call him that. Zami-chan?
So Zami-chan fought Goku. And, Goku probably went to 2, I think. I think he went to 2 while he fought him.
Yeah, it's pretty... Yeah, we're pretty sure... Everyone's pretty sure he's at 2.
Yeah, so Zami-chan fights Goku at Super Saiyan level 2. And Goku is basically still holding back, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
He's still just trying to, as Goku does with everyone, gauge how strong that person is and be at that level for an entertaining fight for himself. Because Goku, if nothing else, enjoys putting handicaps on himself to make it a more fun fight for himself. Whereas Vegeta's like, I think I just need to destroy you now to prove how superior I am.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And, shoot, I mean...
Like he did with Jace.
Jace?
Yeah, he just haha, I'm just gonna blast you. And Jace is like, no, don't do it. And he's like, fuck you.
Yeah. So I think Zami-chan is as strong as Super Saiyan level 2. Now, I'm sure in the future he's trained more, but whatever. Actually,
because he was going toe-to-toe with Blue Goku.
But even then, that whole fight in the last episode is so... We're holding on for dear life. We're just trying to counter and figure out... Find a weakness.
Right.
It was the same fight that Goku had with Frieza, where, I am kind of weaker, but eventually I'm going to find a weakness, and that's going to be my leg up. So as long as I can stay alive while holding my own, I will look for the weakness in the fighting. And that's basically what Goku's done his whole life. So
yeah,
I think
yeah.
Trunks at Super Saiyan level 2 fighting Zami-chan
And then Black will lead Black John.
Black John. So I think both of them are doing that in their own fights, and yet whenever one gets knocked down, the other guy's trying to do like a back attack, and that's when the other guy gets back up. I mean, Goku got knocked down, Black went to attack him, went to attack Trunks, and Zami-chan's is like, no, I'm fighting him, and then Goku's like, no, I'm your opponent. Goku strong.
Yep. Goku smash.
So while Trunks is like, Zami-chan's mean and tries to kill all humans, Zami-chan, I hate you evil Saiyans, you're worse than the humans. And, Vegeta's just like, I should introduce you to a dude named Frieza. Dying.
Yeah, you two would have got along really well.
So...
Yeah, the way I chalk it up is that he had a rage boost and they were underestimating him because when he blocked Black, who was going to attack Goku, he blocked him and then he, powered up massively and then hit Black. And for a second I was like, that doesn't make sense. He must have had a rage boost and surprised him. The only thing that makes sense to me is that they were underestimating him and he also had a boost of some sort.
And they were, because that whole time Black was fighting Trunks, Black was playing.
Yeah, they were just playing with him the whole time.
I mean, Trunks is fighting his ass off against Black, and it's just not working.
Black's like, oh, you hit me into a wall.
Oh, you silly scamp,
You silly ningen.
Whereas, when Zami-chan comes out, he's not thinking anything of Trunks because he's too busy, Goku's the real challenge here. And Trunks is like, no, Zami-chan, you have to fight me.
Yeah. And he's like, oh, I'll just let you stab your sword through me and show you that I'm immortal.
Ha ha ha. Which my only thought was like, okay, so he's immortal. I'd be more worried if I hadn't already seen them kill or get rid of multiple immortal people. Hey, anybody remember the Black Getty Star or whatever the hell it was called?
That was Garlic Jr.
That's Garlic Jr. That's all I'm thinking is
the Dead Zone.
Yeah, Dead Zone. Well, I think it's...
That's one of the theories that people are having, is that they're going to come up with the Dead Zone somehow.
Well, as much as I think Zami-chan can get out of the Dead Zone pretty easily, because he's a god, Garlic Jr. is not a god,
Anyway, do you think that Trunks' power makes sense both in the past and this last episode 57? Or do you think you have to come up with some sort of explanation like a rage boost or they were just playing with him?
I think Trunks is strong enough to fight Zami-chan. Still not strong enough for Black.
Okay.
So I think that's the explanation there, because Vegeta could have killed Zami-chan. Goku could have fought and eventually defeated Zami-chan. No issue, right? Even in the future, Trunks at Super Saiyan 2, and Trunks is powered up past base Super Saiyan 2, is strong enough to fight Zami-chan. Because Zami-chan, who, realized he was at a negative fighting Goku at Super Saiyan level 2, is probably trained higher than what he thought Goku was at in that fight.
Yeah, he must have, because he wanted to eradicate him, so he would try to become stronger than he thought he would be.
Exactly. So it's the whole, I want to kill that guy, I have to be stronger than I think he is, which I think that fight is, okay, Zami-chan powers up to past Super Saiyan 2. Future Trunks, who is also at further than Super Saiyan 2, can hold his own. Well, being pushed back, obviously, that's what was happening. Zami-chan was pushing Trunks back as much as Black was pushing Goku back. They were both being pushed back, but still alive. So, because it was the whole fact that Trunks had the upper hand on Zami-chan a couple times.
When he sword through the stomach.
There was a couple times where Zami-chan was just like, what the fuck? I did not expect that. Oh, well, it doesn't matter, I'm fucking immortal.
Yeah.
There was the sword through the stomach when that happened. Then there was the Trunks going, okay, I've seen this trick before. You want to know how you eradicate every single cell in a person's being? Let me show you.
Final Flash! Oh my god, that was awesome.
Right. So it's, Trunks does that because, hey, I know how to deal with beings that can go ahead and heal themselves. You eradicate them from the world.
Exactly. Destroy every cell of their body.
I've seen this done before. You know?
Yeah.
So, and he does that, and it doesn't work because, bitch, I'm immortal. So it has nothing to do with Zombie-chan being stronger. It's he has the upper hand, and that's what throws Trunks off. Because he's like, okay, now I don't know what to do. My ass is pretty much beat. My go-to kill moves right now that should have let me win did not work. And I can't think of anything else that will kill him. And I'm pretty hurt.
Yeah, I think that Black and Zamasu were really holding back and playing with them. Zombie-chan.
That's it. There you go. Thanks.
Zombie-chan and Black-chan. Zombie Black-chan were...
now they're a power couple.
Yep. Zombie
they totally are a power couple.
Blazami.
Blazami.
So the team of Blazami...
I think that's harder to say because
I think they were really just like playing with them and trying to like ridicule them and holding back on them, but especially on Trunks because they probably didn't expect as much power from him as he put forth. And from Goku, you know, they defeated Goku. They probably expected him to be at least as powerful, if not maybe a little bit more powerful than Vegeta, which is another thing because why didn't Black just like blade through Goku also?
Well, listen, that's an argument for a different thing. This argument is how strong is Trunks.
Exactly. Yeah, that's for another video. But yeah, basically, I guess we are agreeing on that they were holding back, and
well, like I said, And
Trunks is.
I think
really strong.
Black was holding back. Zombie-chan was not. I think
honestly,
I think that fight between Zombie-chan and Future Trunks wins. Future Trunks is stronger than him. You know, I think you agree that Goku was holding back when he fought Zombie-chan.
Oh yeah,
and
most definitely.
Therefore Goku could beat him, Vegeta could beat him, and I think Trunks proved that he could have beat him had Zombie-chan died. Had he not,
if he had the sword through him,
yes.
If he got the sword and he was not more mortal, Trunks would have won.
Yeah. Trunks proved that he was stronger. It was literally just the mind games of Zombie-chan. Going, hey, you can't do anything to me. What you gonna do next?
Yeah.
Because go ahead, attack me and try to kill me all you want. I mean, it's the same thing as that happened with Garlic Jr. Is it doesn't matter that you're stronger than me. I can't die. Mm-hmm. You can't beat me. As much as you are stronger than me, I'm never gonna fall.
No matter what, pretty much.
Yeah, so I think that's what it was. That's the only reason Zombie-chan had the upper hand against Trunks. Was they're at similar strengths, but Trunks would have won had Zombie-chan not been involved.
So what do you think happened when Zombie-chan blocked Goku's punch with his blade thingy? Do you think Goku was like holding back a lot, or?
I think because remember Goku never wants to kill, so like Goku really wants to beat you, loom over you, and say, "Okay, I win. Now you play by my rules because that's how this game works."
And he likes the challenge.
So I think it's not that Zamasu hasn't trained. I think Zamasu is not at Super Saiyan God level.
Okay.
Super Saiyan Blue.
So you think it makes sense that he blocked that punch?
I think it makes sense that he blocked it because I think Goku was holding back and didn't expect Zombie-chan to have powered up anymore.
That's the only interaction they had for that fight, is it?
Yeah, pretty much. I think there was one move where Goku went to attack him and then Black showed back up.
Okay.
It was a lot of, hey, you get beat down, hey, I pop up to help them, hey, where are you going? You're supposed to be fighting me over here.
It was awesome.
So I think that whole fight is pretty much two fights that would have happened by themselves, would have been good fights, just happening in the same area. You know?
Yeah.
So I think that's basically what it dwindles down to is, hey, you're about as strong as me, we're going to fight. Hey, you're about as strong as me, we're going to fight.
Yeah, okay.
I think you basically you put two black belts fighting in one corner and two what
Yellow belt.
two yellow belts fighting in another corner, and eventually they're fighting together. They're gonna one's gonna get the upper leg, and then one of them's gonna go fight. I think that's basically what you had happening. Was they're lower, they're not as strong. Black and Goku are way stronger than Zami-chan and
but
Trunks
each can block a hit from the other, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this has been a discussion on how strong Trunks is, or how he got so strong, or does it make sense? Whatever. We'll be back for another video on another topic. See y'all later.
Yeah, bye.